sell side over here. We had a bottom edge coming in here. We could see that. We had another kind of small inside bottom edge that started to form in here, which seemed to be perfect structure in terms of that narrative, didn't it? Against that storyline, it looked like basically a straightforward half-back top edge type storyline based on that little piece of information there. Well, bearing in mind that we then broke this in-between structure here, you know there's going to be profit taking here. So that's where the profit taking came in. So it was a nice easy opportunity to bag some profits at that point. Now, the selling's coming in below the half-back trade, which means there will be profit taking coming in at the prop stops. There it is. There's the prop stop level. Guess what happened at the prop stop level? Profit takers came in. So the structure is absolutely perfect. Now, where else would you have had on your screens? You'd have your measure already marked. You'd have that measure price already visible on your charts, right? Where else would you have on your screens? Well, based on the classroom we did just a short while ago, you would now drive that measure there, and you'd now be saying to yourself, right, I want to draw in the commercial buyers, and you draw in the commercial buyers in that little box there to do the two times the original measure, right? So that's your commercial buy box right there. And you just leave them on the charts. They update in real time as you develop these stories in real time. They update. But it is what it is. It's up to you to keep these up to date. That buy on bonds, by the way, has just made some money again. I'm putting a little quick stop at break even. We had to wait for bid watch, as I mentioned, in the room, so the bids weren't there, so I had to wait for the bids to show up. The bids did come in and I got the buy trade on, so again, the same kind of concept as before. There's no reason if I can do it whilst running a classroom, you can certainly do it in the right-hand edge of the charts. So there's the buy on bonds. You can see that there was a bit of a strong offer coming in at that stage. Sorry, there's a bit of a strong offer coming in at that stage. So I was very inclined not to do any business until the bid came in. When the bid came in, I started to bid here, never get filled. And the fill we did get was here. And that's us. We're now long bonds, stops at a break even. And worst case scenario is we scratch the trade. Worst case scenario, we scratch the trade. Great trade, right? Great trade. Okay, so we've now got the commercial buy zone. Hold on a second. Why is the measure always 1.5? It's actually 2 times measure, Super, isn't it? It's a 2 times measure. If that's the original bracket there, and that's the 1 times measure, that's the 2 times measure, isn't it? So it's actually 2.0. So we've got the commercial buy zone, and what happens at the measure? Well, you start to see buyers starting to appear off of these low edge prices, and it tests into the low edge, the prior low edge. We never get anywhere near the buy zone. And that's the reason why we don't get anywhere near the buy zone is what? Well, because value changed. As you obviously understand that value changes, the value went really quite bullish. So what's the chances that we're going to get that commercial buy zone? Well, if we do, that would be brilliant. But we now can't expect to get the commercial buy zone, can we? We can't expect to see the sellers willing to pay anything lower than this current price here. Why would they want to pay anything lower than that price? That would be kind of stupid for the sellers to do that, wouldn't it? So we understand that that would be stupid for the sellers to sell below here. And when the market starts catching a bid again away from there, it's a very easy process of just then jumping on board into these buy trades, which ultimately resulted in a fairly reasonable buy reversal coming off those bottom prints at the moment. And that's a nice little bit of business, by the way, guys. That's went from 43s, high price of 47s, 48s. It's another $250, another $200 profit. Nothing wrong with that. Thank you very much.